welcome to the official SLV testing session. Bit of a practice race, but we do love that. And this is what it's gonna be. Kuba, I hope you're up for a good chat.
Yes.
We have 15 minutes to fill. So, Kuba.
15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Well, damn, you looks like Eurus still has it from the last season.
He still has it from last season. What a shad.
Look at Pet Crew.
Sorry? Yeah, I know. I'm in the middle of something.
I can't believe Skip left me.
What?
Eurus, last season's champion.
Still here.
Alright.
Right. Eurus last season's champion. Continue your thought, Kuba.
Then we've got Vlad. Was Vlad in the last season?
He was. He didn't do very well. He scored 20-something points or 30-something points. So he wasn't top half. We've got Andres, the winner of the Indian Grand Prix. Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Mark, speak if you can. Otherwise, hold your peace. No,
and then there's Pet Crew and Jaruni. They're two draftees, so they look to be going pretty fast.
Jaruni in the glowing livery. We've got the new boys of Rita. Funny enough, I don't like that livery up close. I really like it on track because the simplicity of the fade from the purple to kind of like bluey green, I think is really nice, especially at that size.
Oh damn! It actually looks a lot better on the track.
It really does. It doesn't look as pale as well. Sometimes you can just kind of over decorate a livery. I'm not going to point any fingers, but it's mainly an SL. These cars are pretty decent. Mainly an SL. You can kind of realise the fact that these are tiny cars on the screen. So obviously you're not going to be able to see all the intricate details. I mean, if we look at the PMP, made by you, right? Was it?
Yep.
It's beautiful.
PMP.
It's gorgeous. But look how close you have to zoom in to see the bloody PMP. It's brilliant. We love that car. So Anti, in their new livery, they are one of the teams to completely change the colour scheme, which is really interesting. So they've gone from very, like, what do you call that, like pinky, salmon?
Yeah, I think that would be like, how do you say, bland pink kind of colour.
Bland pink's a good description. We've got Pit Crew here in the VC. Well, I never. He's the new THX driver all day. And yeah, Pit Crew. Where is Pit Crew at the moment? In there, in third place. So obviously on track position matters less than fastest lap. Should we do a first little flick through the fastest lap now? About a third of the way through the session.
Yeah.
So, the pace setter, Eurus, 32.35. Is he going to beat it? No. 31.45. Wow, a lot faster for the KRT. So 31.45 is our benchmark time. Has anyone beaten that? No, 33 for his teammate. Really interesting, actually. 31.45 for Vlado204. Incredible.
Maybe he's having Lev as his racing engineer.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, no, then he'd be saying the slowest times, in fairness. Bluebell, you with us?
Hello.
What are your predictions for the season ahead, mate?
Don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Anyway, what's your aspirations? Do you want to win races, finish high in the championship?
Don't have any. No, don't come last. Don't come last.
Right, that's fair. So you're going to aim to add to your one career podium, maybe more than that this season? 2 podiums, even?
I might just put 5 tokens into the first race and hope for a win.
That is no longer allowed, but I appreciate the effort.
Is it 4 tokens?
4.
Yeah, it's 4 max, yeah.
4 tokens then, alright.
Oh, EK, sorry, with a good like 31.88. Jeruni. Is that how you say it? Jeruni?
Maybe it's Yaruni. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. He's Belarusian, so I need to ask that.
Yeah, because like Slavic countries, the J is a Y.
Yeah. Right, Hanandi now finally dropping it from the 33s down to the 31s, so he's got a relatively representative time. Who's slowest? Who's still in the Hall of Shame? Anti, still in the 33s. Track Evolution not kicking in for him yet.
Andreas as well, and Het.
What I think is they might be taking the overtake lines, so to speak, when around other cars, even if they don't need to. Because I wouldn't be shocked if it's not something programmed into the game that even when the race is ghosted, it still does the overtake lines. But so people out in clean air, like Kubo, should be setting good times. Kubo, why are you not setting good times?
It's my curse.
What do you think about the car heading into the season? It's a pretty good car, actually.
Well, I didn't join the team before Butter decided to go for Rescue. I wouldn't have. I would have advised him against it, but it's too late now.
What downgrade did you get? Was it a -5?
Yeah, I think so. It wasn't the worst.
I'll read him out. Yeah, PMP got done so dirty. They were the worst car and got the biggest downgrade. It's hilarious. Yeah, so VLO got a -5. FVR with a -3. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. FVR with a -3. THX and WT with a -4. WT going for standard. And SFR also going for a standard with a -5. BAR and SPM only -3s for them. -5 for KRT. -6 for PMP. That is what happens when you go risky. And -4 for BFX, who did not do too badly in that regulation change, despite their risky calls. Right, okay. Bluebell, anything further to say? So you got
No.
Okay.
Oh, look at 31.67.
I wasn't very happy about that last race though, because if the weather call was like a few seconds later, right, I think I could have won.
You're matching Hernandy's lap times at the moment. I mean, literally, you've both got a 31.90, so fair play to you. Yeah, it's a bit. So how many tokens did you spend? Was it 3?
I don't remember. I think it was 3.
I think it was 3. 3 and not on the podium is pretty poor form. I mean, you'd kind of think that's like Eurus got P2 with a single token. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I think. Did we have the 9th best car at the time though?
FVR. Oh, very interesting question. I'm gonna check.
Looking at the progress thing.
You're bang on. You had the 9th best car at the time. That is what you are paid the big bucks for as an analyst. Brilliant insight there. Right. Rito with a 31.73. He's your teammate for this season. Any expectations from the hot-headed pole?
No.
How well do you know the bloke, actually? Can I ask? Like, how often have you spoken to him?
The first time I spoke to him was to offer him the contract.
Why did you give him the contract?
Because he was at comedy.
Oh, you just thought you might as well just take the cars and the driver. Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
yeah.
Can't answer that. Nuno, are you in any form of virtual league?
Oh, do you want to hear the long list of sim leagues I'm in?
No, I don't. I would rather speak to Nuno. Nuno, are you in a virtual league?
No, I'm not in any virtual league.
You'd immediately get offers. I can't believe Aptly signed up for CLB. That's such good band. We'll do a whip round. Pit crew currently out in front of the runners, but we'll see if he's front of the lap times. 31.48. Sorry, go on, Nuno.
Is this already an official round or just a test?
This is a test session. It's just fastest lap wins.
Oh, okay. Nice.
BPC 31.48. Oh, Eurus with a 30.88. Jesus.
Damn, a sub 31.
Sub 31 for the reigning champ. Brilliant. 31. This is more fun than I thought it would be, actually. I'm enjoying this. Thank you, Jake, for suggesting it. 31.40 for Vlad. 31.58 for EK. 31.42. 31.67. 31.70. 60. 90. 90. Grandy yet to break into the 31s, as is Jake, as is Spuda and Lev, who match each other's times. Anti going pretty slowly, 32.65. Goose on a 32.48. Sobel 32.58. Andres, he's not adjusting to the new car. He was talking a lot of shit about Jake and BAR today. and he's not adjusting to the WTEC, which should be one of, if not the fastest car on the grid. He's
Yeah,
just
the
not
WTEC's
adjusting.
the fastest by quite a
It
bit,
is.
isn't it?
It's the fastest. I think where it suffers is its straight line speed, and that's a very important attribute. So the fact that
Are
they're
you
down
are
on
you
that-
sure? Because like they
Oh, yeah, the
succeeded
speed
with
is
8
for-
upgrades, but they weren't to speed most of them.
Yeah, that's where they're suffering. That they've not put enough into that, in my opinion. 33 dot, and then Het with a 33.38.
It's a real shame for them as well, because speed looks to be the most important attribute for cars.
Based off
out
popular
of the
demand
4.
last season, I think you're right there. In terms of it was constantly flicking around the kind of 35, 40, 50, 45%.
Yeah,
in
then for
terms of
the second most important one, I'd argue it would be grip.
It's really close between grip and acceleration. I've run the numbers on the demands. It's really funny. We'll have a look at the new drivers. So Pit Crew doing really well as a new driver. THX, not the strongest car, but they've got good speed and good turbo, so that will help them out. Remember, in fairness, here, grip does not matter at all. So we are testing 3,
Oh, yeah,
but
true,
not
true.
4 of the attributes. So it's still all to play for coming to the first race. We've got Pit Crew, who's new on a 31.48, EK, who's new on a 31.58. Brilliant from those two drivers, especially with how much in the mud BAR were last season at the hands of the shameful driving of Mr. Andres and Jake Brad. EK new on the grid. Kubo new on the grid, 31.67. That's very respectable from the highest ranking team from last season that still exists.
I just want to mention I'm the only new driver that was directly hired, except, well, technically Reto too, but that's because
He's not new though, is he?
yeah, fair enough.
G4 was as well. Pit Crew, EK, Kubo, any new boys around here? Yaruni? 31.70, good lap in the FVR car. Grandy's a bit of an old bloke. Spooder, Lev, Goose, Anti, Sobel, G4, not putting in the fastest times. He has broken down below the 33 mark. Het is yet to, so it's G4.
Poor Het, he can't even get a break in
My
the
man
virtual league.
gets no luck, honestly. I feel so bad for the guy. We've just got a few laps left, so a few minutes to round out the session. It comes to the final 3 minutes or so. It's really interesting. So I'll ride on board. Let's ride on board with Het. Actually, okay. Let's see where it's in first place. Let's do a lap on board with Eurus, who's currently setting 30s as reigning champ. Or 32 on that last lap. Right. So let's have a look here. I'm going to zoom in. Great lap versus good lap. Okay, so he doesn't touch the apex there. Brakes early, keeps it neat through there, doesn't run too wide, that's really important for that corner. Stays here and carries good speed through, that's pretty decent. Slows down to take the curb, especially on the exit there, on the inside. Snakes his way through here, over the top, keeps that speed going, takes the shortest line through the chicane, sticks close to the inside, and this will be a 32.18, right? Let's head back to Het as he's finishing his lap. We'll go on board with him for the next lap. He has been lapped, so to speak. He's currently setting 34s or 35s? 34, right, so let's compare that. Uses a lot of boost, that's going to make him run deep a little bit, but he keeps it. Goes to the outside on that corner, really sticks to the outside, and again there, runs deep onto that exit curve, really sacrificing his entry onto the next one. Again goes wide on that next corner, slows down, pretty similar line there, but takes more of an inside to that. We'll see, yeah, that's all pretty similar. He does get a bit of wheel spin on the exit though. And then I think because he's sort of battling the cars around him, so to speak, the G4, and yeah, so 33.92, which is over a second slower than the time set by Eurus that we just rode on board with, so I hope you enjoyed that as a little feature piece. He's still the only driver not to have broken into the 32s. Bluebell and above have broken into the 31s, and only Eurus sub 31. That must have been a phenomenal lap there.
Oh, the other Vlad is now up with Eurus.
You're right. He's been setting good times. 31.25 is a very respectable time, actually. That might put him as one of the fastest. I think.
He has also just overtaken Eurest, so.
He's on. Is this going to be a good lap, or is him trying to get past Eurus on the track?
31.
Compromise it? It's all right. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's a cool car that it looks a lot. The black patches, when you see it kind of standalone, don't look that big. But when you zoom out a bit more, they bleed into the rest of the car more than you'd think. It does make it look more purpley around that kind of front of the side pod area. But yeah, he's just finishing off now. Is he going to set a new fastest time? He's definitely not. But that is, as Eurus overtakes him to the line. They do have a little rivalry, those two. The end of the session, 25 seconds left for people to set their final lap in. Anybody else improving as we get up to the line? Fernandi, is he going to improve? He does, to 31.70. Bluebell does not. Is Jake going to finally dip below the 32 mark? Ooh, it's going to be Tucker. Oh, just by 2 tenths, he doesn't manage it. And I don't think Spooner's going to be able to finish this lap off. No, he won't. Right, Eurus, fastest in practice. I think second fastest is somehow made it. Third fastest being Vlado 204 and fourth being Pit Crew. I'll put these into a little quali session Racing League Tools results screen later, so we actually get the proper ranking of the fastest laps. But yeah, brilliant. That's a really fun test session. Thank you all for joining us, and good night.